Hey guys, what's up? I'm Shay, and today I want to get on that little story time train and give a little story that happened to me a few months ago, which I find funny. I found funny the day that it happened, and I still find it funny. But pretty much, I went to a restaurant, which I will not name because I'm not trying to throw shade at them or anything like that. But I went to a restaurant. I'm vegetarian. I've been vegetarian for over a year now. At the time, I wasn't a year yet. I was very, very close, and I ended up ordering this like vegan chicken torta. And yes, there is vegan chicken. It has no animal product, and I know there's people out there who are like, why do you go vegan if you still want to eat meat replacement? It's like, because that's what it is. It's a meat replacement that didn't have to have an animal get brutally murdered in a slaughterhouse for me to consume it. Okay, it's made of grains, it's made of soy, it's made of whatever else they put in it that's not meat or chicken. I mean, cows or chicken or whatever. But anyway, so I ordered this torta that's supposed to be vegan chicken made of soy protein. And when it came out, like, I didn't check it. I was fucking hungry. Whatever, I don't have time for this. I took a bite into it, and it was tasting extremely, extremely real. Very chickeny. I was like, wow, like, this shit is lit. Like, this is a good-ass fucking vegan piece of chicken, right? And then, like, the more I chewed it, I was like, dude, this is not vegan. So, like, I opened it, and the way you can tell the difference between vegan stuff and like real stuff is because whatever that is vegan that is made of soy is kind of, oh my god, I'm sorry, I was eating chips. Anyway, so it's kind of like spongy because of the soy. It's airy and spongy, so you can like squish it, and then when it tears apart, it just like tears apart. And chicken, I don't know if any of you guys have ever taken the time to like, desmenuzar un pollo, like the pull whatever it, you could like literally pull it. It's like string cheese. So I started doing that to the piece of it, and I was like, bro, it was like, this is real chicken. So I told my sister, I was like, hey, like, is this real chicken? And she looks at it and she was like, I don't know, dude, like, I can't really tell, just ask. So I was like, okay. So I called my waiter over, and I was like, hey, like, I think you guys give me real chicken. And he was like, was there a little stick on top of the thing? And I was like, no, there wasn't. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, open up your, like, the torta, And I was like, okay. And so I opened it, and he was like, the stick wasn't in here. And I was like, no. And he was like, okay. And he just like takes my plate, and then his manager was like standing right there. And like, I saw him, he went to his manager. And sure enough, like, they take the plate to the back, and his manager, sober, he's like, hi, how are you? I'm blah, blah, blah. What happened? And like, whatever, like, I told him, he's like, I'm so sorry, very apologetic, borderline kissing my ass, because hello, I could have been that person that was like, fuck you, I'm gonna sue you, I'm gonna file a complaint, I'm gonna take this restaurant down, and blah, 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 but like, I'm not that kind of person. The only time I would ever complain was if I was like allergic to something, then I would have thrown a fit. But I'm vegetarian by choice, and at the same time, I go to restaurants that only have vegan or vegetarian options. So it's like I'm kind of setting myself up for those things to happen, even though the cooks that are in the back should be aware and attentive of what they are, bringing in. Confusion happens, people make mistakes, they get a bunch of probably orders of real chicken compared to like the vegan stuff, like whatever. So I didn't complain, he was being very kind. He was like, anything you want. He's like, I got you. He's like, anything off the menu. Do you want anything else while you wait for the new one? He's like, I'll take care of it. He's like, you don't have to pay, blah, 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 whatever. I could have ordered more things, but honestly, we had already had appetizers, and I was already starting to get full. So I was like, bro, like, don't worry about it. It's cool. Like, I'm just saying, I'm just like, I just brought it to their attention because I've been vegetarian for almost a year now, and, it's concerning. And he's like, no, I understand, very understanding, man, and whatever. So, I didn't make a big deal out of it, because I already felt like I was making a big deal out of it just by speaking up. I mean, maybe that's a little passive of me, but whatever, like, I told them, and then, of course, they brought the new one out, and checked it, make sure it was good, whatever. And yeah, like, I don't know, I just thought it was really funny because I was literally like a week and a half away from my 1 year of being vegetarian. I was like, hell yeah, like, I made it. We're gonna celebrate. And then that day I had fucking chicken, and like, nothing happened to me, like, I was burping the rest of the day. It was kind of like heartburn because obviously my system was like, whoa, what is this? You haven't had this in a while, like the chicken grease, blah, 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 whatever. So I was like burping up. My stomach did cramp a tiny bit, but it was probably like a few minutes right when it like hit, my stomach. It was kind of just like, whoa, like what's going on? But other than that, like nothing happened to me. I'm alive. I'm fine. My little insides hurt. My heart hurt more than anything because I'm doing this out of the ethics side of it mainly. Like I don't like how animals get treated for food consumption. My my opinion, whatever, my feelings. But yeah, like I said, I kind of set myself up for it by going to a restaurant that isn't necessarily vegan or vegetarian. It happens, and I would hope that whoever did that didn't do it intentionally, and if they did, well, karma's a bitch, you'll get it back. But if it was just something that was like an honest mistake, like I'm not gonna be mad. Like people make mistakes, shit happens. But yeah, I just thought it was like a really funny, and I mean, I laughed that day. I still continue to laugh because it's something that happens more often than I think people think. But yeah, so that's my story. That's my story of how I ate chicken a week before I turned 1 year vegetarian. But yeah, hope you guys liked it, and just continue to laugh at the fuckery shit that happens to me every day in life. So, okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.